Hello friends, welcome to our channel I Teach. Today's topic is Revolt of 1857, which is very important for both prelims and mains. The Revolt of 1857 was a conscious beginning of independence struggle against the Britishers. The revolt began on 10th May 1857 at Meerut as Sepoy Mutiny. The revolt of 1857 broke out in northern and central part of India, which gave a rude shock to British establishments in India. The major factors that led to revolt of 1857 were political factors. The feeling of subjugation at the hands of few foreigners made the Indian regional rulers realize that it was indispensable to dismantle the British imperial structure from India. As such, the regional rulers of northern and central India revolted against British domination. Economic factors. Economic exploitation was the most important factor that prompted the Indian rulers to revolt against the British authority. Social factors. Even though the British authority took some progressive social reforms, they were not acceptable to the orthodox sections of the society. And religious factors. The Christian missionaries tried to convert the religious large Indian section into Christianity. This was unacceptable by almost all the sections of Indian population. Since proselytization was not acceptable by any of the religious doctrines of India, it led to social reactions against the British. And finally, the immediate factor. The introduction of Enfield rifle by the British became the immediate factor as the cartridges before being loaded into the rifle were to be bitten off by the mouth of sepoys. These cartridges contained fats of cow and pig, and as such it was realized it by the sepoys the British were bent upon destroying the religion. So the sepoys became the first section to revolt against the British authority, which marked the beginning of revolt of 1850 in the hands of General Bakht Khan. And in Kanpur, the important leader was Nana Sahib, but the actual command who were ruling on behalf of him were Tatya Tope and Azimullah. And in Lucknow, our Begum Hazrat Mahal, who was Begum of Awadh, was being supported by Ahmadullah. And in Ara, Kumar Singh, who was Zamidar of Jagdishpur. And in Jhansi, our Rani Lakshmi Bai, the famous brave Queen of Jhansi. And in Bareilly, Khan Bahadur Khan. And finally in Faizabad was under the control of Maulvi Ahmadullah. These brave leaders were fighting against the combined fight against the Britishers. And this is a very good example of Hindu-Muslim unity before the 1919 non-cooperation movement. Now let's discuss about some of the British officers who suppressed the revolt of 1857 in Delhi. It was suppressed by John Nicholson. In September 1857, Bahadur Shah was deported and his two sons were killed, and he was deported to Rangoon where he died there in 1862. And it was a sad fate for him because he couldn't be buried in the land of his forefathers. And in Kanpur, it was finally occupied by the John Campbell or suppressed by it. Initially, the Tatya Tope occupied though and from the Havelock, but finally Campbell won. And in Lucknow, initially the Neel officer was died, British officers, and it occupied by Tatya Tope. But finally, by the coming of December, Campbell recaptured it. And in Ara, where our Jagdishpur Raj Zamidar Kumar Singh was there, the main leader. William Taylor and Ira Coote suppressed the revolt. And finally in Jhansi, Hugh Rose was the main British officers who played a great role in recapturing the Jhansi. And though it was a brave effort, but finally they have to escape to Nepal. The Begum Awad, Khan Bahadur Khan and Nana Sahib, and Tatya Tope, due to the betrayal of colleague, he was captured and hanged in Shivpuri, MP. Now let's discuss about the nature of the revolt. The revolt of 1857 has been interpreted differently by different scholars. Different interpretation has been given because there are no official records of revolt of 1857. Revolt of 1857 was marked by extreme parochial sentiments. All the leaders were concerned to safeguard their personal interests. Revolt of 1857 was backward-looking as it supported the medieval values and culture against the progressive modern values. The revolt of 1857 was not the first revolt, as it was preceded by many previous revolts. For example, in 1795, first White Mutiny at Vellore took place. In 1806, during the time of George Burlough, Second White Mutiny take place. In February 1857, 19 native infantry revolted and disbanded. In April, 34th Native Infantry, whose one of the leader was Mangal Pandey at Barakpur, revolted against his officer and he was executed on April 6. And in 4th April, 19 members of the 3rd Native Cavalry refused to use new cartridges that were made of cow or pig's fats, and on 9th May they were sent to 10 years of imprisonment, and finally on 10th May revolt took place. These were the preceding revolts. So it was not the first revolt that took place, where there were many revolts at different places, and finally a new opinion was that it was feeling of nationalism was not there in India. As such, it cannot be termed as national movement. It was also not war of independence, because the leaders did not had any clear vision what was to be done after dislodging the British authority. So let's discuss the factors for failure of the revolt of 1857. The revolt of 1857 couldn't get support from the Indian intelligentsia as well as the Indian middle class plus educated class. As such, it was devoid of ideological support, which led to ruthless suppression. In addition, it was supported by Gurkhas, Sikhs, Marathas, and Rajputs. These people supported the Britishers. All leaders of the revolt of 1857 were fighting against the British authority in an uncoordinated manner. They were fighting in the uncoordinated manner, whose effect was that which facilitated the British authority to defeat Indian powers one by one. And the Indian sepoys were officered by British military generals, whose effect was that who acted swiftly, or British officers acted swiftly to suppress the revolt among the sepoys. The Indian leaders were fighting with conventional techniques against the most organized force of the world, and it was bound to get defeated by this organized. So this has ended our portion for the prelims, and I want to add some points about some analysis points right about the significances of the revolt. It was an excellent example of Hindu-Muslim unity, and it left an indelible impression on Indians and paved way for rise of nationalism. Further, British rule underwent a major transformation in its policies, and it led to end of company's rule and beginning of crown rule. And what were the consequences of revolt? Board of directors were removed, as we know, in the administrative machinery, and Secretary of State for India created. Governor General also named as Viceroy for princely India from now on. And further, change in attitude toward the princes by the Britishers, and slogan of reform is given up by Britishers. Change in military recruitment policy. Earlier, what was there? Large recruits from Eastern India, and after the revolt, large recruitments from Bengal, Bombay, Madras, and army that remained immune from the revolt, and they supported Britishers. Three units were created, and which developed a myth of martial and non-martial races of India. Those who helped British, that's Maratha, Rajputana, Gorkha, and Sikh, are called martial races, and others are named as non-martial. Nature and character of revolt of 1857 has two major theories, or divided into two categories. One is colonial theory, that regard the revolt as sepoy mutiny, and the nationalist theory, first war of national independence. According to the colonial theory, many previous mutinies along with 1857 all were unjustified, illegal acts of indiscipline caused by a few disgruntled and misguided elements, according to the Britishers. But according to the nationalist theory by V.D. Savarkar and others, it considered revolt as first war of national independence. After independence, R.C. Majumdar and others revised their views. They felt that it cannot be called first war of independence, neither first nor war of independence. And what's the current view? Current view is that it might have been sparked by sepoy mutiny, but later it took popular character. Large involvement of people wherever the movement took place. It gave a real shock to it. Thank you. All the best for your exams.